Sonia. I've spent over 2 decades in leading marketing across real estate and NBFCs. And if I had to distill one recurring frustration across my journey, then it's this. Oh, you handle marketing. So you manage creatives, ads, campaigns, brochures, and events, right? Honestly, that's barely scratching the surface. And if you're in marketing, you'll agree with me. Because real marketing, the kind that drives business growth, is much more than just any kind of promotional activity. It's not just a pretty department, it's not just a post sales packaging team, and it's not certainly the emergency hotline when the leads are drying up. And today, I want to talk about a misconception that holds businesses and marketers back. So grab your cups of coffee and let's start with the episode. But before that, hit that subscribe button if you've still not subscribed to my channel. The modern marketing professional is a strategic partner and not just any kind of support function. In my experience, strong marketers, they don't just ask what campaign should we run this quarter. In fact, they ask, what does the customer really need right now? And how do we position this offering to win the trust and drive preference for the customer? Even further, the marketing person is asking, what's stopping the sales team from converting the sale? And where is the business leaking revenue? And can marketing plug the gap? Let me tell you, that's not branding, but it's business thinking. It is very sad, but marketing is often seen as a team that adds color, slogans, and maybe a wow factor at the end of the pipeline. But here's the truth that no one will say it out loud. Marketing is not the decoration, it is the design of how your business is perceived, positioned, and purchased by the end customer. Some of the best marketers that I've worked with are not just campaign managers, but they are business leaders in disguise. They sit at the intersection of customer insight, commercial impact, and creative strategy. Let me give you an example of real estate since I've worked more than 20 years in real estate. Say you're working for a real estate company and your manager or your head of the department tells you that we are getting leads, but no one is showing up for site visits. The leads to site visit ratio is very, very low. The first instinct that they'll come up with is, let's change the messaging. Let's redesign the brochures. Let's run a flashier campaign. But hold on, you need to deep dive. Here is what you will discover if you deep dive further. And here you will find that the pre-sales or the sales team are not calling the leads the moment the leads are given to them. They're sitting on those leads and they're calling those customers after maybe 24 hours or 48 hours or even 10 hours. So when the leads are given to you, you need to call that customer immediately, or maybe in about less than 30 minutes, you should make contact with that customer. Otherwise, the chances are the customer might have forgotten about you, because the customer is not just putting an inquiry in your project, but he's also putting an inquiry in multiple projects. So that person will not remember that, did I inquire for your project? So if you really want the leads to convert to site visits, then you need to look at that, is your sales team actually making a first contact with the customer within the first 30 minutes. You need to look at if the site visit experience is purely transactional, and is there no storylining or no warmth given to the customer as well. And further, you need to check if the project's strongest features, the USPs, are even mentioned during the site visit or are even mentioned in the ads that you're running. When you start deep diving and when you start looking at all these questions and you try to find answers for it, that's when you will know what you need to do next. That, do you need to rebuild the lead handover process? Do you want to train your site sales team on how to do emotional selling, how to sell on the USPs? Or do you want to restructure the digital campaigns around the real buyer's pain points? And when you do all of this, you'll realize that you're working on the same budget, you're working on the same media plan. You will see that the leads to site visit ratio has actually improved. Please look at that marketing is not just a campaign. It's a bridge from interest to actually taking an action by the customer. So whether you're in real estate or you're working for a B2B company or any product driven space, here are 5 things that great marketeers actually do that don't just show up on a brochure. One, drive customer understanding across your organization. Because great marketeers, they don't just translate data or they don't just translate what is the feedback coming or look at the behavior into actionable insights. But for product teams, founders, and for the sales team, they bring outside in. So you need to look at how can you drive the customer understanding across your whole company. With this, you need to start bridging the gap between what is the promise and what is the delivery happening. If your ad says that it is premium living and the site visit is very chaotic, let me tell you, you've lost the trust of the customer. As marketeers are the only ones who are looking across the full journey, and they must be empowered to call out these disconnects. So when they are saying something, don't take it very casually because they are protecting the brand's credibility and not just visibility in the market. And with this, you need to look at influencing the pricing and the positioning, because in mature organizations, marketing isn't brought after the product has been decided, after the product strategy has been decided. But marketing has to be part of that discussion as well. What should we highlight? How do we frame this price? Should this be an offer or should we bundle it with something else? Because your marketing heads and your marketing teams, they don't just work with what is given to them. They shape how products are priced, packaged, and presented. They make the product easier to sell in the market. So include them in the decision making. Include them when you're actually designing the whole product, looking at what the pricing, look at what is the packaging. Please include your marketing teams. And if you're in marketing and you're hearing this video, then you know what needs to be done. If you're not part of such discussions, please go and speak to your seniors, to the concerned team, so that you are involved in those decision making. Don't shy away from raising the right point in front of the right people, because you as marketeers, you are enabling sales as well, right? Getting lead quantity is very easy. Let me tell you, if somebody tells me that, okay, fine, I need 1,000 leads this month or this quarter, you know what? It'll be very simple to get those 1,000 leads. But to maintain the lead quality is where great marketeers, they differentiate. And how do you do that? Through better targeting, through sharpening your messaging. What is the message that you want to convey to the audience? What should be your tagline? What should be your storyline? Are you building the emotional connect with the customer? What are the objection handling tools that you have with you? And what are your storyline decks? All of this help the sales team close faster, because you as marketing people know that sale is not done till it is not closed, and you stay invested until it is closed. And here I want to say that build systems and not just campaigns. And if you're in marketing, you know that strong marketing is repeatable, is scalable, and is predictable. Not some one-time creative splash, because they build consistent, reliable systems that create awareness, that create engagement with the customer, and hence you're able to convert the customer and make a loyal customer to your brand, who is not just promoting your product, but tomorrow when you launch other products in the market, they'll be the first ones to consider buying it again with you. So what is marketing doing? They are building sustainable visibility and not just one-time sale. So if you're a founder, you're a CXO, or you're a business head, and you're still thinking of marketing as an execution partner, then let me tell you, you are underutilizing a very powerful asset in your company. Marketing should sit at the strategy table, influencing how value can be created, communicated, and delivered. And if you are the one who's handling marketing, never limit your role to just execution. Because I've also seen many marketing professionals say that, okay, fine, the strategy, let them do it. I'll just do the campaigns, I'll run the ads, I'll coordinate with the ad agency or the digital agency. My job is not that. But let me tell you, your job is that. Because tomorrow, if your campaigns don't perform, if you do not get leads, which are quality leads, and then that don't result result in a end time closure, then you will be questioned because you are spending the money. Your marketing spends need to have some returns, right? And if you are not able to give those returns, you will be questioned. It's time now for you to start thinking that your role is not just execution, but your role is also to get on that table when the plans are being made, when the strategy is being made, when pricing is being made, when packaging is being looked at, when you want to look at what are the features of the product, and when you also need to look at what are the pain points, why the customer needs to buy your product. So you're not here to make things look good, but you're also here to make things work also. So next time, if someone says marketing is equal to brochures and campaigns, send them this video. As marketing might be some bit of creative, some bit of commercial, some bit of customer, but it is 100% critical for any company. It's one of those few functions that sees the business end to end. And when it's done right, it becomes the engine room of strategic growth. If you found this video useful, hit that like, share it with your team, and subscribe for more marketing leadership insights. Let me know in the comments, what is that one part of your marketing role that often gets overlooked or misunderstood? See you in my next video. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.